What's going on, guys? It's the Bigs Podcast, episode number 116. And today we're going to ask 30 questions of the 30 teams in MLB. We did this last year, and my co host, Jason Ashby, actually got 22 of the 41 questions we asked correctly and won the damn thing. So, Jason, you're looking to repeat here. How you doing this evening?
You know what? If I can't win the bigs, I might as well win that. So it's a feather in my cap. But no, I'm doing fantastic, Joe. Look, opening day is, you know, just over 48 hours away, if I'm counting correctly. So I am a happy boy. I'm ready to go. I can't wait. I took Thursday off from work so I could sit and watch our Mets and hopefully watch them beat the Brewers. And I'm excited. I am pumped.
I'm super excited for opening day as well. A man that already had his opening day for his star player, Shohei Ohtani, Frank Bucco. How you feeling about this news that came down today about Ohtani and the interpreter?
Uh, um, I don't really want to talk about it because if my season dies because of it, I'm gonna cry.
Okay. Well, then we'll stay away from that topic for a while. How are you doing this evening otherwise?
I'm doing wonderfully, sir. I'm doing wonderfully, and I'm ready to answer some questions and
Yeah.
stuff. And yeah, let's do that.
Well, last year, Frank, you actually finished in second place, so beating out myself, Ben, and Mike Haber. This year, just the three of us. Anybody else who wants to join in, I could certainly take down any answers otherwise. However, just the three of us this time out, and let's get this thing kicked off and underway. Jason, I'm going to start with you here. Last year, the Arizona Diamondbacks, Corbin Carroll had a Rookie of the Year season where he hit 25 homers and stole 54 bases. So I'm asking you this year, over or under 59 and a half homers plus stolen bases, over or under?
59 and a half over under.
Yeah, I'm asking you if he has a 30-30 season.
Yeah. I think he can. Like normally I'm a little skeptical of the sophomore jinx, but I feel like this kid he's good enough to bust through that. He's one of the special ones. So yeah, I'll go over. I'll go over that.
Frank, what do you think? 59
I'm
and a half.
definitely going over on that.
Definitely going over on that. I'll be the contrarian here. I'll take the under. I still am just the slightest bit afraid of his shoulder just absolutely exploding and that being the end of the season. So I'll take under a 30-30 season, but I still think he's going to have a great season if he stays healthy.
Mhm.
Frank, last year your Atlanta Braves led Major League Baseball in batting average as a team with a 276 batting average. The next team in line was only 264. So I'm asking, are the Braves going to hit over or under 265 as a team?
Well over.
I could have set that number at 313 and you still would have taken me over, huh?
You could have set that number at 400, and I would have said well over.
Okay, it's fantastic. Wow. Good to hear. Jason, what are you thinking here? 265 as a team.
265 as a team. Let me take a look at their lineup. I know they have an incredible lineup, but like Matt Olson is not an batting average guy. Austin Riley, like, is decent average. It's not, like other than Acuna, they don't really have like a 300 hitter in the lineup. Maybe Michael Harris sniffs 300. I'm gonna go under. I'm gonna say under. Yeah, and not by
under
much, but maybe 260. But I'm gonna go under.
It's arguably one of the best lineups in baseball. I'll take the over and root for that. Go ahead, Frank. Get happy. Your team's gonna hit really well this year and probably win the East again.
All right. Sure are.
All right, Baltimore Orioles. I'm asking who has more saves this year, Jason? Craig Kimbrell or Kenley Jansen?
Oh, Kimbrell.
And that's not even a thought.
Yeah, because first of all, I feel like Jansen's either gonna fall apart like physically or get traded to somewhere that already has a closer. So, and I think the Orioles are better anyway. So yeah, Kimbrell definitely.
Okay. Frank, you also had Craig Kimbrell. I'm saying the same thing. I'm debating about whether or not I should change that question now. But we'll move on. but we'll move on. For the Boston Red Sox, Jason, who is going to lead their team in wins?
Ooh. Let's go with Bayo. He is the de facto ace now, especially now without Giolito. So I'll go with Bayo just because.
Frank, you sticking with your answer of Cutter Crawford here?
I am.
It's not a bad pick. Not a bad pick.
Kid's going to be pretty good this year. I'll also take Brian Bayo and say, all right, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, if it's 10 wins, it's 10 wins, right?
Yeah. Oh, we'll get to something worse here in a moment.
Okay.
Last year for the Chicago Cubs, I asked who was going to be the RBI leader, and only one person got it right. It was Ben Nisman, who said Cody Bellinger. So who's going to lead the team in RBIs this year, Jason?
You know, it's going to depend on how their lineup shakes out. When I'm looking at roster resource right now, they have Christopher Morel hitting cleanup, which I find to be fascinating. I think he strikes out a little too much to be an RBI guy. You know what? I'm going to go Seiya Suzuki. I don't know if that's who I said last year. Is that who I said last year? I feel like that might be who I said last year.
Last year you said Ian Happ, actually.
I did say Ian Happ. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think this year I'm going Seiya Suzuki. He's having a great spring, and I think he's, as long as he stays healthy, which he seems like he is. Right now they have him hitting second. I think there's a way that maybe Dansby moves to second. He moves down to more of a run producing spot. But yeah, give me Seiya.
All right. Frank, you're going back to the well with Cody Bellinger here. You actually had Seiya Suzuki last year. Are you sticking with Cody Bellinger?
Yes, I'm sticking with Cody Bellinger. Yes, absolutely.
All right. I'm also going to take Seiya Suzuki and hope for a breakout season from that guy.
Yes.
Frank, this is where we start the ugly ones. I know you're rolling your eyes. You remember how many terrible questions I asked.
These hurt.
Yep. Chicago White Sox. Somebody's going to have to lead their team in wins. Frank takes Eric Fetty. Unless you want to change your answer there, Frank.
No, I'm doing it. I'm going there.
All right. He's going with Eric Fetty. Jason, who's going to lead this team in wins?
Maybe
last year it was Dylan Cease with 9.
9. Yeah. I mean, the rotation right now is Garrett Crochet, who hasn't thrown more than 5 innings in the last 2 years or something like that. Michael Soroka, who hasn't pitched in forever. Eric Fetty. Yeah, I guess Chris Flexen, and I don't know what a Nick Mastrini is. Yeah, it's got to be Eric Fetty. He's the only one who can pitch 150 innings, guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote Garrett Crochet down because I've liked this kid since he popped up as a prospect, but
I just don't know. I don't know if he's gonna pitch enough to get enough wins on this shitty team.
Give me Chris Flexen. He's also good for 150 innings.
Okay.
I'll try that guy. All right. Frank, the over-under is set at 300.5. It's Cincinnati's Hunter Green plus Nick Lodolo in strikeouts. I'm asking if they get 150 apiece, over or under?
Under.
Jason? You like Hunter Green.
I do. My question is Lodolo even gonna? What's his status? Because
I feel like he's healthy. I didn't hear anything about him.
Okay, because he's projected to start the year on the injured list according to roster resource. Lodolo tibia will remain in Arizona when the Reds break camp and pitch in a minor league game on March 26th. So he's got a bit of a leg issue. I don't know how serious it is.
Should I change it to Graham Asshat?
Sure, let's do that.
Okay. Graham Asshat instead of Nick Lodolo.
And what is it? It's over under 300 strikeouts combined?
Yes.
If they're healthy, it's over.
He's going over. Frank, do you want to change your answer with it moving to Graham Ashcraft?
Yeah, I'll say over.
Okay. I'll still take
Yeah.
the under. These guys suck. These guys are terrible.
Awful.
Last year, I asked the question it's the third straight season of asking who's going to hit the most home runs not named Jose Ramirez on the Guardians. Last year, the only person to get it correct was Frank Bucco, said Josh Naylor. Jason, who do you got?
Most home runs in the Guardians not named Jose Ramirez.
Yep.
God.
We've had answers like Franmil Reyes and Oscar Gonzalez in the last couple of years. So
yeah. I mean, it's not Ramon Laureano. It's got to be Josh Naylor.
it has to be, right?
Yeah.
Like, unless Manzardo comes up early and breaks, is the only guy I would think, but
I can't
it's
bank
Josh
on that.
Naylor.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Frank also has Josh Naylor for the second year in a row.
That's right.
Yep. All right, Jason, your Colorado Rockies. Last year I was giving a 450 at-bat minimum, and could Chris Bryant get to 89.5 RBIs?
Okay.
Well, he didn't get to that minimum, so it didn't count. So I dropped it 50 at bats. It's now 400 at bats, and he's still sitting 89.5 RBIs. Can he get there?
Oof. They have him hitting second in this weird ass lineup. 8.5 RBIs in 400 at bats.
Mm-hmm. If I guarantee you those 400 at bats, can he get to 90 RBIs?
No. I'm
All
taking
right.
the under. I'm taking
For
the
the
under.
first, I finally found a line that he would not cross with the Rockies.
Yeah. If he's hitting second, because like that means you're relying on like Sean Bouchard and Brenton Doyle to be on base when he comes up. No.
And Nolan Jones.
To knock
But
him
Nolan
in.
Jones is hitting behind him.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, Brenton Doyle is apparently their leadoff hitter. Is that what I'm gathering there, Jason?
Probably Blackman's their leadoff hitter, and I don't like him. I don't like him either. But
Okay.
he is an on base guy, so he'll be on base. But the other guys will not be.
All right. Yeah, I also have him going under. First of all, I don't think he's going to make it to this at bat total, but we'll see. Frank has got him going over. Frank, you feeling that?
Uh-huh.
All right. Detroit Tigers, Jason, Jack Flaherty, over or under a 4.29 ERA.
Over under a 4.29 ERA. No innings minimum.
No innings minimum. We're just going to call it a 4.29 ERA and say.
Yeah, I think it's over.
I think it's over.
Yeah, maybe not by a lot. Maybe like a 4.35 or something like that. But I don't know. I think we may have seen the best of Jack Flaherty.
I like the ballpark for him. I think he's going to do much better than he did the last couple of years. The only concern I have is run support for him. And that offense is better, I guess. I mean, at least I hope it is. Frank's actually got him going under that.
I do. I like the Tigers this year.
He likes the Tigers this year. He's going to go with the under this year. I'm going to take the over as well and hope that Jack Flaherty. He is on a walk year again. So, like, he only signed a 1-year deal. So I'm wondering if maybe it's one of those cases where he balls out this year and gets like a 3 or 4 year deal in the offseason. But we shall see. Moving on to Kyle Tucker versus Yordan Alvarez for the Houston Astros. Runs plus RBIs. Who has more, Jason?
Runs plus. Oh my God. I'm gonna go with Kyle Tucker. Because I haven't been able to see Yordan Alvarez stick around for an entire season. I think he even got hurt last year at some point. So I'm gonna take Kyle Tucker.
It's a clean sweep from all of us in Kyle Tucker in that category. It'll be interesting to see if Alvarez can stay healthy and pace that guy.
Yeah.
This is one you gave us last year, Jason. I'm going back to the well. Kansas City Royals. Sal Perez versus Wilson Contreras. Home run total. Who has more?
Because he's on my team in the bigs, I'm going Sal Perez.
Perez. He's going with Perez this year. For the record, Sal Perez did in fact win that category last year. We also put Ryan Mountcastle up against it. It didn't matter. Mountcastle got hurt and only had I think it was like 15 or 17 home runs.
Yeah.
I'm taking Contreras this year, God damn it, because Perez is going to have a down year. Yeah, you heard me. He's finally going to have age
Bite your
fall
tongue.
against him. He's old. All right, I'm repeating the same one for the LA Angels as well. Oh, Frank had Sal Perez as well. I'm taking Wilson Contreras. Frank likes him some Taylor Ward in this next matchup of Taylor Ward versus Brandon Drury. Runs scored. Jason.
Oof. Runs scored. Okay, first of all, I'm looking at roster resource, and they have Anthony Rendon leading off for this lineup.
This team is awful.
Anthony Rendon, Aaron Hicks, Mike Trout, Taylor Ward, Brandon Drury, Nolan Shinwell, Logan O'Hoppe. I don't think that stays. I think Taylor Ward finds his way back up and not in the cleanup spot. I'm going Taylor Ward.
Taylor Ward. That's a clean sweep as well for us there. Sneaky, however, last year, because of the injury, it was actually Brandon Drury who scored more runs.
True.
Moving on to the LA Dodgers. Frank likes him some Mookie Betts. I've got some Shohei Ohtani. The question is, who finishes with the most first place MVP votes? Him, or Freddie?
Most first place MVP votes. I'm gonna go Mookie.
Mookie.
I'm gonna go Mookie because we saw last year. Shohei wasn't pitching, and he's not gonna be pitching this year, so that's gonna knock him down a bit. And Betts is gonna play over. If he's gonna be playing all over the field, that right there is an MVP to me. So give me Mookie.
All right, Mookie Betts. Frank also has Mookie Betts. I'll take Shohei Ohtani because why not? This story should end with an MVP, shouldn't it? It totally should end with an MVP.
Sure.
Jason, the Miami Marlins have this guy who on the team named Luis Ariz. He's like the best hitter we've seen in a really long time.
I've heard of him, yeah.
Yeah. So who's going to have the second best batting average on the Marlins other than Luis Ariz?
Let's see. If there's no at bat minimum, like
Correct.
some scrub who's gonna go like 2 for 3 and be sent back down. No, gosh. Tim Anderson, I guess.
Good answer. Good answer. Frank, you like that one?
I like that one because that's my answer too.
It is. Guy did win a batting title once before. We could see a resurgence here on a 1-year deal with them. I will, however, be the contrarian. Give me Jake Cheeseburger for a 270 batting average this year.
Sure. Yeah, I can see it.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? Rhys Hoskins for the Milwaukee Brewers, over or under 24.5 home runs.
They are expecting some big things from him. Like, I'm hearing like 30. Like they're projecting 30 from this guy. In some places I'm hearing, 24.5.
Mm-hmm.
By all accounts, he's healthy. Why not? Has he ever hit 30? Or has he ever hit 25? What's his career high?
I would think it's 30.
34. He 34
Yeah.
in 2018. Yeah, I'll take the over.
I think I should up this then. 29.5.
So okay, so for 30.
So now it's 30 guaranteed.
Okay. He has 2 career 30 home run seasons.
Mm-hmm.
One of which was the year before he got hurt.
Mm-hmm. How old is he?
He is 31.
Okay.
So I could see one more year of a 30 homer season. I'll take the over.
Okay. Frank, do you want to change your answer? It was over for 24.5, but now at 29.5.
I think he's going to be one of 2 people to hit like close to that in that lineup. So I'm gonna keep it as over.
Okay, I'll keep it as over as well. But now at least we all feel a little bit apprehensive about it.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Good call.
Jason, you loved yourself some Royce Lewis this preseason. I'm going to give you a guarantee of 400 at bats on this guy as well. Over under 74.5 RBI.
74.5 RBI. Yeah, I'm gonna take the over.
Okay.
Yeah, I like who's sitting in front of them if they're all healthy. With Buxton and Correa, that's obviously a big if, but
Mhm.
assuming health for everybody, I'm gonna take the over.
Well, I'm only assuming health for Royce Lewis at 400 at bats, and
Well,
that's
I'm
not even
assuming
all
health
that many.
for everybody.
Yeah. We all have the over on that one as well, which makes me want to pull it up just a little bit more, but I'll leave it at that. Jason, who's gonna lead our team, the New York Metropolitans, in wins?
In wins. Um, you know what? Give me Luis Severino.
Hey, Frank likes that one.
Yeah, he's looking really good this spring, and with Carlos Mendoza, back as his man, as a coach again for him. Uh, he's healthy. He's only 30 years old still, so yeah, even if it's 12 wins, that I'll be happy with that.
Frank also going with Luis Severino. You like that one, huh, Frank?
Yeah, but can you share my first answer that I gave?
That was gonna be me.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Joe Schubert's gonna lead
I'm gonna
the
lead the team in wins.
Okay,
in wins
okay.
because their pitching staff is trash.
It's not trash. It's just
Yeah,
not great.
don't start. Here we go.
I'm gonna go with Kodai Senga. I think he comes back and balls out and gets us 10 or 12 wins. That's all he needs to lead this team in wins. Is probably like 10 or 11.
Yeah. Okay.
You hear that, Jake? Kodai Senga? Hear
I
that?
heard that. I did hear that.
Okay. Just making sure.
The New York Yankees. Who finishes with the most first place votes for MVP, Judge or Soto?
Soto.
Okay, that's a clean sweep as well. It's a clean sweep as well on that one. Oakland Athletics. You ready for this one?
Oh boy.
God, this
You ready for this one? Now, it's Zach Geloff. It's the only guy that anybody knows. 39 and a half homers plus stolen bases. Is he going 2020?
Yeah, why not? They gotta make something happen in that lineup.
Root for the kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, root for the kid.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
because it's Oakland and they're terrible. I'm going under. It's hard to hit home runs in that ballpark. It really is.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he can steal a ton of bases, but he might only hit 12 bombs.
But like he's gonna play games on the road, including here, I think. So there's a chance for him to hit 20.
Maybe. We'll hope. We'll hope.
Esteury Ruiz is a guy on that team too,
Yes, he is, in fact, a person on that team who plays baseball.
who led the American League, I thought, in stolen bases last year.
He did. He
Okay.
did indeed. I think that was the question last year, was who was going to lead that team in stolen bases, because we didn't know if he was actually going to make the squad or not.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Moving to the Philadelphia Phillies, Alec Boehm versus Jake Berger in OPS, Jason.
Oof.
Now, Jake Berger had an 810 OPS last year. Alec Boehm's OPS was like 780.
I don't know. Probably Alec Boehm. I'll take Boehm. Yeah.
Frank and I both like cheeseburgers, so we're taking
Oh, I love me a cheeseburger, but let us see what happens.
All right. Pittsburgh Pirates. It's O'Neal Cruz. Is he going to have 44 and a half home runs plus stolen bases?
I sure hope so, because I have him too. So
we're taking the over on that?
What was it? 44 and a half?
44 and a half homers plus stolen bases.
Fuck it. Yeah, let's take the over on that.
All right.
Full season from this guy. Let's go.
You've got him on the fantasy team. Let's go. For the San Diego, and for the record, I have the under. I'm just concerned about the home run total.
Yeah.
And Frank has the over on that. Frank, you're loving you some O'Neal Cruz, huh?
Absolutely. Love that guy. Love those kids. All those guys. Dela Cruz.
A kid like Ha-Seong Kim, who is on a walk year, Jason. You'd like you some Ha-Seong Kim as well. For the San Diego Padres, he had 37 or 38 steals last year. Does he repeat the 30 homer or 30 stolen base steal plateau? 29 and a half stolen bases, over or under?
So 30 stolen bases. They have him hitting 5th, which I don't understand why he's in the middle of the order. I'd rather see him top of top of the order and move like Bogarts down to 5th, or Cronenworth. Um, I'm gonna go under.
Under.
If he's hitting the middle of the order, I don't think he's gonna be running as much.
Yeah, I've got the same answer as you, Jason. I wasn't cheating off your paper, but it's basically the same reason that I saw. If he's going to hit in the middle of the order, he's not going to get as many opportunities to run.
Right.
And this is only 8 or 7 fewer than he had last year. So I'm not asking too much here.
Yeah.
Frank's still got the over. He thinks he's a 30 steal guy, huh, Frank?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Okay. This is one comes from Frank. He's asking for the San Diego Padres. Who's the ERA leader in their rotation, sir?
ERA leader for the San Diego Padres. Let's go with Musgrove. I feel like everybody's kind of down on him, but yeah, if he's healthy, he's still solid as it gets. So let's go Musgrove.
Frank, who you got on this one?
Michael King.
Yeah, he's going Michael King. Has a little bit of a man crush on that guy, huh?
I do. He's been very good. He was just held down in a relief role with the Yankees. They let him start a little bit, but towards the end of the season,
and he was doing well in that rotation spot.
Exactly.
So, I think the Padres are going to get something nice out of him as well, even though we saw a bit of a mixed bag in Game 2 of the Seoul series out of him. He threw 3 1/3 and struck out 5, but did give up, I think it was 2 or 3 earned runs. So, Jason, for the San Francisco 49ers. I am in the wrong sport. The San Francisco Giants, Blake Snell wins 11.5 games, over or under?
Blake Snell wins 11.5 games. By all accounts, I think he's not being held back. I think
he's healthy. It's just, is he going to start on regular timing or not?
Right. I mean, he might not start the first 2 games of the year. Yeah, I'll take the over on that.
Over on the 12 wins.
I can see 13 or 14 wins for him.
Okay, that makes me want to up it then. 12.5 wins, over under.
I'm still gonna take the over.
Frank, you still sticking with the over?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take the under on that though. Just because I don't think the Giants are going to be as good as other teams in their division. So.
Yeah, but again, they're going to play, I mean, who knows when Snell's going to pitch, but, they're going to play lesser teams. And he's still decent enough where he could, go 5 or 6 innings and give up 2 runs and get a win.
He could also walk the ballpark and have a bad season like he's had.
It's true. It's true.
You know what I mean? Like he has 2 Cy Youngs, and between those 2 Cy Youngs, there's some pretty shit seasons. So I'm not exactly thrilled with the idea of him coming off of a Cy Young season. We moved to Seattle, and your boy Julio Rodriguez had the most home runs on the Seattle Mariners last year. I'm starting to wonder if this is going to be a team much like the Cleveland Guardians, because I'm asking, who has the most home runs not named Julio Rodriguez?
I think it's gonna be one of the Mitches, and I'm gonna take Haniger. If he's healthy, I think it's him.
I'm also taking Mitch Haniger because I just picked him up in the bigs.
I saw that. I wanted to. I didn't have anyone to drop for him. So he's been tearing it up in spring.
Yeah. Bye, Zach McKinstry. You're not getting the third base job in Detroit. Here. Frank, you got yourself some Cal Raleigh. You love Cal Raleigh, huh?
I like that. I think he's going to DH. I think him and Garver are going to split time, obviously catching, and one will DH and the other will.
Yeah, the other one will be catching. All right, we move on to St. Louis, and here's a really interesting one.
Oh boy,
Jason, who's going to lead the team in losses?
Whoa, like the most losses?
Yeah. St. Louis, who's going to lead the team in losses?
Yikes. I'll take Lance Lynn
All
on
right.
that. Yeah, because like he's a guy who will be, he's gonna pitch every day. He's not good.
Mhm.
So I'll go with Lance Lynn.
Frank, what did you have?
Lance Lynn.
No, you took Steven Matz, but you want Lance Lynn?
Oh,
You can have him.
no, Steven Matz. Please,
Steven
Steven
Matz,
Matz.
it'll be. I'll go in a third direction. I'll say Kyle Gibson
Yeah.
because he was the most hittable pitcher last year and was awful. So I'm
Yep.
down for another bad season at Gibson. Tampa Bay Rays, you guys know I love Yandy Diaz like with a lot of my heart, but sadly I don't have him this year. I think it's going to be a down year for him, but I'm going to say over or under 19 and a half home runs, Jason.
Oh, I mean, I'll take the under. I think
Under.
I think he's gonna be more of an on base guy, focusing on spraying the ball, getting on base, getting those singles and doubles. So yeah,
Mhm.
I think he's under.
I'm also taking the under. I think it's going to be a power outage this year. I think he's going to take a little bit of a step back. It's not to say he's not still going to hit 300. He will.
Right.
He'll have a 400 on base percentage, but I just don't think he's going to get 20 of them over the yard. Frank, you like the over on this one, huh?
I like the over. That Yandy Diaz is a hell of a website. No, yeah, I like the over. Completely like the over. I mean, yeah, it's
Plenty of
even
good
where
ballparks to hit in the AL East for him, that's for sure.
exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Moving to the Texas Rangers, Jason, who is going to lead that team in innings pitched?
Oh boy. Uh,
Mhm.
I guess it's Native Voldy.
Frank likes your answer, huh?
I do. I do because I'm on the same train.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean I guess it could be John Gray, but
that's my answer.
yeah.
I like John Gray this year.
Maybe Dane Dunning, but I mean,
No, I think Dunning is one of the casualties when the trio come back.
Mhm.
I was gonna say
Um,
one of these former Met clowns come back.
yeah. Yeah, so I think Evaldi.
All right. Who's going to lead the Toronto Blue Jays in stolen bases, Jason?
Hmm, that's a good one.
Yeah,
Uh,
no Whit Merrifield there anymore.
yeah, and like George Springer isn't running as much, and
Mhm.
yeah, these guys don't run a lot, do they?
Not particular, but they said they are going to run more. Like the manager said they're going to run more this year.
Yeah.
So,
Uh, I guess it's Dalton Varsho. As long as he's is productive enough to stay in the lineup and not be a platoon, yeah, I'll go with Varsho.
I'll take Bo Bichette. I have the feeling like he's going to bat toward the top of the lineup and be able to snag some bags. Frank, do you remember what you said?
Yes, I said IKF. That was my
He's
answer.
gonna, he's going to be the third baseman apparently. So there's the opportunity.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. Finally, the Washington Nationals. We saw 47 stolen bases out of CJ Abrams last year. So is he going to steal 40 again? 39 and a half stolen bases, Jason.
I don't see why not. I mean, the rules aren't changing, the bases aren't changing. Uh
Yeah.
yeah, I'll take the over on that.
All right. So we've all got the over on that. How about 44 and a half?
40. Hmm. That
I'm
might be a
still
little
in
too
the.
high for me. I would take the under on that.
You're taking the under on that.
I
Frank,
think
you're
somewhere
sticking with
between
the
40 and
over?
45.
I'll stick with the over. Yeah.
All right. Thinking he's going to get a ton of bags. You know what? I'll root for him too. Go Benji, get your guy and go get
Let's do it.
50 bags out of this dude this year. It's going to be awesome. Speaking of awesome, thank you guys for doing this one. This has been a nice little quick one, but it's a fun way to just catch back up and have some fun. Frank, thanks so much for being here, my dude.
Of course, absolutely. My pleasure.
Jason, we appreciate you as well, my friend.
Absolutely, absolutely. Any opportunity to talk baseball is a good one. So if it's quick, if it's long, I don't care.
Only 3 days away from opening day, and Frank is still pooping bullets over the Shohei Ohtani news, wondering what they're going to find out in the investigation. We will have that for you at some point, I'm sure. But until next time, guys, it's been real. It's been fun. And it is always real fun in the bigs. We'll see you next time.